Of horror. Ill bleed. This is real. Coming this winter.
It's a fucking furry! I'm a little late. I forgot I had to eat. I was so excited to talk about how awesome Silent Hill F was.
FBI Special Agent David Young.
It's so good, chat. How's it going, Bug? How's it going, Shy? Alright, how's it going, Crutus? It was the best Silent Hill I've ever played. Don't have to team Silent fucking who.
Get out of the way! I'll do it! Stop!
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Oh boy, I've got things to say about it. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Ooh. We're gonna wait a minute. We're gonna wait a minute because I was a little late.
Won't lead you to what you seek. Could you wait just a little longer? This won't take long.
Oh,
It's a fucking
Tangent City. We're going to the Tangent Capital with this one. We're going all the way to the Tangent Moon. Also some good news coming up. There's also good news. But yeah, this is a review I have to do. I couldn't stream the game because I wasn't playing on my computer. But still, I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Let's get on with it. Huzzah.
Tangent Galaxy. Tangent Universe. This could take a bit. This could take a minute. Hello, Crutus. Greetings and good health to you, friend. Just warming up a little. Just warming up a little. Gotta do a couple little last minute things. I've got everything pretty much ready to go, though. Aw, thanks, Crutus. Nuke for Prez. How many... oh, God. We'll talk about it. I was gonna ask, but it's not time yet. I'm so excited. Nobody's... like 4 or 5 people are already here, and I'm so excited. I want to talk about it now, but I'm gonna wait a little. Just a little. Get ready, though. I'm not kidding. When I say prepare for spoilers, I really mean prepare for every spoiler. So get ready. I'll have a sign up. I'll show you. I'll show you. Like I've got to sign up. Wait, where is it? I'm not doing a cold open either. I'm going back. I'm gonna go back to pre-stream. But yeah, massive Silent Hill F spoilers. I'm gonna keep that up the entire time I talk about it. So nobody can be mad at me. Nobody will yell at me because the game is a week old. The game came out 7 days ago. Officially, it came out 5 days ago, but I don't count early access as a valid non-release. I think that means the game is out for people who paid extra. Yeah, Get your corn popped, guys. Give it a couple more minutes and then I'll turn the music on.
Silent Hill 4, The Room, rated M for mature. From Konami.
Rated M.
It's a Forte symbol. Not really. It's not that smart. Nuke for Prez, you're overthinking the simplistic... The
What? The simple wisdom of the tiger.
I figured it out. Why
The
hot dogs
simple
in packages of
wisdom.
10 and hot dog buns come
Oh
in packages
no,
of 8.
it's doubled!
See, the thing is that life doesn't always work out.
What is also called wisdom? Oh no. I need to fix wisdom. I need to fix wisdom. I forgot that wisdom was... I'm changing this to hot dogs. Okay. Okay, the hot dog
Fun
thing.
and cool atmosphere at Barry's local
The simple
McDonald's
wisdom
restaurant.
of the
He
tiger.
began the practice of going there at least 3 times a week for lunch, and a large iced coffee with milk instead of cream.
I had a feeling I had wisdom as a command. I just
Maybe
forgot.
for dinner when
Ah,
he was in a
fuck.
rush, but wanted a great meal that was affordable, fast, and could match his daily nutritional needs. Barry even began the practice of dipping his fries in McChicken sauce, finding the notion delicious, all the while thinking greatly of the restaurant.
It's so good. But anyway, Nuke for Prez, this game does not think that far ahead. This game likely wrote the function symbol because they thought it looked fancy.
Thought you were hot. Guess what? You're not.
If it stands for anything, it probably stands for flowers. I'm not kidding. That's not a joke. That's your first preview of the many, many spoilers of Silent Hill F that we're going to talk about now. Oh, I'm gonna back it up. No, not right now. Now I'm gonna back it up. It's a fucking furry! Now I'm gonna pull it back in. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cybertrucker Alpha. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're not gonna play War of the Dead just yet. I do have it ready to go. I do have it ready to go. But right now, how's it going, Shilerai? Nuke for Prez, Couch Potato, Crudus, Zatara. No, I was backing it up. Zatara. Everybody, welcome on in. Everybody else in here. First, it is time for heavy Silent Hill F spoilers. Cause trust me, I don't want people I care about, that's you, chat, getting scammed by Konami. Because that's exactly what this fucking game is. It's a scam. Now, that's being too harsh. I don't even give games that are scams number ratings. So it's not quite a scam. It's only about 75% of a scam. And the reason I'm calling it a scam is because it's oh god, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But first, let's talk about it being a Silent Hill game. It's not a Silent Hill game. This isn't Silent Hill F. This is not a Silent Hill game. It has certain things that you could maybe tie to a Silent Hill game. It has fog. It has mannequin monsters. It has a school. And it has some body horror. And a pipe. You can hit things with a pipe. I'm pretty sure Siren has all of that shit too. Except for the mannequin monsters, because it was more creative than that. Siren has more in common with Silent Hill than this fucking game does. Silent Hill F is not a Souls-like. I expected it to be a Souls-like because the combat is extraordinarily Souls-like, but it's not a Souls-like. It's lazier than that. It is not as Metroidvania-esque as a Souls-like normally is, with its winding paths and different branches. In fact, there is no branching pathing. There are no branches, and I'll get to that. Silent Hill F is an extremely linear game, kind of like Silent Hill 3, except not as much exploration. You're mostly just outdoors. Sometimes you can go inside buildings, but it's usually pretty rare. There's also the other world, which is also kind of shit. It's easier to just show you my problems with it one at a time. Let's start with the journals, right? Oh no, even better. Let's start from the beginning. It's a fucking druid. No.
I don't need them anyway.
If you're a weeb like me, you probably immediately thought, oh shit, it's Mary-san. Mary-san is a cringe Annabelle-style Japanese folk horror story about a doll that that gets accidentally thrown away and starts slowly coming toward the person she blames for being thrown away, right? There was actually a movie. There were actually several movies based on this, including the mega hit Kuchisake Onna versus Mary-san. Yeah, right behind you. Mary-san. Mary's already near. She's already behind him.
毎年5月10日に25歳の男性が不可解な死に方をしている。あなたはそれを偶然だと思っていた。
引っ提げ女とメリーさん、2人は実在する。
どうして私たちが？
何なんだよ。化け物が2匹も。どうなってんだよ。
So yeah, Mary-san was a big deal. I would love to see Kuchisake Onna, who's the chick with the Glasgow smile who kills kids, fighting the doll. I want to watch that. But instead we're watching this.
It's about their dumb games.
Oh, got it! It's in English. I haven't even seen the English dub. I was playing the Japanese dub, because the acting is objectively better.
They said I can't play house with them because I hang out with boys.
So, the game makes a huge deal about...
How about you play with your big sister instead?
Really?
About Hinako being a tomboy in the 60s in Japan, which I imagine was kind of a big cultural deal because she had a boy... She had a male friend, her partner in crime, Shu. And they called each other partner because they were always making believe that they were fighting UFOs because UFO ending. Right? Now, you learn this very, very quickly because this game is not a riddle, right? This game is not an enigma. This game is not a mystery. And the reason why this game is not a mystery is because it doesn't want to be a mystery. It wants you to read the journal. We'll get to the journal. The journal is probably what I thought was the worst part of this fucking game. You get absolutely every detail of every character and every monster you encounter in the entire game right up front, thanks to the journal. And yes, I did, Amir. Yes, I did. I played it, and I'm talking about it. We'll get to the UFO ending. Oh, I played it, Amir, and I couldn't stand it. It tells you absolutely everything up front, like how much of an asshole sushi chef dad is, how much of an enabler mommy is, because she's in a household where her dad's a complete jerk. And this one's probably the one where I knew the writing was on the wall. I knew the writing was on the wall here because I thought, man, This is a striking image. Look at how cool this image is, where her face is like blacked out with just excessive ink. She must really hate Junko, right? She must really hate Junko Kinoda Junko. My older sister. She's one of the prettiest and kindest people I know, and there's nothing she can't do. I can rely on her for anything. Honestly, she's the greatest sister anyone could ask for. Now, the whole rest of this journal, she's like angry at everybody, right? You know, he's an evil patriarchal husband. Mom is a I didn't like mom either because she's horrible and she just let dad do whatever, right? And it says all this. It doesn't show this. It says this. It tells you. There's no fucking show don't tell in this game. But with this, it actually seemed almost sarcastic. I was like, holy shit. And if it was just this text, it would have been good. But then she goes on to say she's always been there for me ever since that day I was born until she left to get married. Well, there's the mystery. Mystery's gone. Mystery's gone. 2-3 lines later and the one mystery is gone. I would have been so intrigued if she like said the nicest shit about her sister with this picture and you wondering what the hell went down, right? Oh, I can't say how I feel. It makes you... I know. I'm going to make people mad with this stream. And the whole game is like this. I already talked about the monster descriptions, right? I already talked about the monster descriptions. Let me pull up the monster descriptions and what's wrong with them. Luckily, there weren't very many monster descriptions. Because there weren't very many monster types. There were like 5, there are 5 monster types, not counting the 4 bosses you encounter on a first playthrough. I'm not kidding. Here's a great one. Here's a great, this one makes like the least sense too. The monster descriptions are always interpreting what you're seeing. They don't let you think about what you're seeing. They interpret it, and sometimes they interpret it in incredibly funny ways. Like this thing, for example, hops around. It's got a pot belly. It's got no eyes. No eyes. It's got a weird, gross dick tongue. And it hops around and it attacks and pounces, right? And it's just a palette swap of an earlier enemy that you fight earlier in the game. A particularly suspicious monster that walks around on all fours. The greedily staring eyes. The greasy palms. You never get to see its palms. The disgusting way it acts all chummy with me. All of it is completely repulsive. And what's more, it never even bothers with guys. Typical. Which is funny as fuck to me. Because this thing has never been around another guy in the entire game. This thing has never... You are always completely alone when these things attack. Yeah, there were 5 enemy types. 6, if you want to count 1, but I don't. Because I don't think the blade-leg mannequins are that much different from the regular mannequins. But yeah, there are 6. Yeah, there are 5 enemy types. But yeah, like... This thing is never around anybody. There wasn't a cutscene where she's with her childhood friend Shu, and it's like, kind of like pats him on the back, and then starts attacking, Himiko, or anything resembling a fucking actual visual storytelling, right? It's all told through the diary. So the journal was a huge problem in this game, and it made it really, really on the nose and tacky. But not as tacky as the cutscenes.
See you.
Not as tacky as the cutscenes. I kind of want to watch the cutscenes in English because it's going to be even funnier. So this game was written by Yuichi 07, who made the Higurashi visual novel games, right? Here's the Higurashi games. This is the guy who wrote these, right? And they were known for being like really... starting off really normie and then getting really fucked up and brutal as these cute anime girls start killing each other and themselves. It's real brutal, right? But this is what Yukishi 07 is known for, is getting all these kids riled up in their own dramas and then murdering each other, right? That's what he's all about. Yeah, that's the guy who wrote this. Here he is. Here's a picture of him. Here's a picture of him. If I can find it. Yeah, Yukishi 07, my bad. Here he is. There he is. This is the guy who wrote Silent Hill F, guys. I like his fedora. They should have just made a game with exact... I'm sure that's what he would have wanted. But here he is. So, you get weird little cutscenes that are pretty decently directed. But they also come off as really awkward, right? Oh yeah, Shu. Here's Shu. Shu's been my best friend since forever. He's my partner. We've been having play dates for as long as I remember. Yeah, as soon as you see him, you get this.
Now we can draw green penises.
So now you know everything about Shu before you even run into him. And the cutscenes, like, especially when it comes to dialogue, there are good cutscenes in this game, don't get me wrong. But the dialogue is very odd, and it feels like something from a visual novel. I've never heard it in English, so this is gonna be funny. This is gonna be good.
Say something.
What about you? Nothing you want to say?
Well, if you don't have anything, neither do I.
Doesn't seem that off now, but what seemed off to me is coming up.
Well, that's my Hinako. It's not like you to just let stuff happen, though. But whatever you end up choosing, you know I'll always be there for you.
Shu.
Shu, thanks for waiting.
Anime character slides into frame.
Rinko, what were you guys talking about?
Anime character slides into frame. That's usually how conversations go in this game. They just kind of slide into frame.
She said that she just wanted to talk to someone.
And you can kind of tell that Yukishi 07's used to writing visual novels, because of the way they kind of take turns and shit. Oh, the furry's coming. Like they just kind of take turns talking. It feels almost play-like. There's nothing objectively wrong with this,
Hold on to it.
but I did notice it,
Getting it back when I lent it to you.
What's that supposed to
and I couldn't unsee it.
What do you think you're laughing at? You've got something of hers too, don't you? Right?
Wait, did I borrow something? Hey, Hina.
Yeah, no. Well, I was exaggerating a little, but that's, if you've ever played a visual novel, like, conversations usually kind of go like this.
I did. Okay, that does it. If I lend you something, you're signing a contract to give it back.
Don't be such a...
And then hell breaks loose. Then hell breaks loose and bad shit happens. Here's, like, probably one of the good parts of the game, kind of, where you don't have a weapon, and the game takes control, and the camera's actually facing you. I liked this. But that quickly goes away, and then you're just doing behind-the-back stuff the whole time. Which leads us to the first fight. There's a lot of running around, which is pretty good, because, like there's like a good 20 minutes of you just running around. There's about 20 minutes of you running around, and then... And I'm not gonna do a play-by-play of the entire thing. I'm gonna be skipping over pretty hard. I'm just showing you, like, just highlights. You finally get a weapon, and the game immediately stops being scary from this point on. Because, thankfully, there are extensive tutorials telling you to do absolutely everything at all times. Extensive tutorials. Also, get used to that fucking objective meter in the corner popping every single time you do anything. Also, the fight's already over. Now, I played this on hard mode. So it took a couple extra hits, but that basic setup, you're gonna be doing this. Wait for it. You're gonna be doing this for 9 hours. That's the bulk of the game. Heavy attack, couple of regular swings, dead. Hey, thanks, charging magic missiles. Oh man, and it stays like this for 9 hours. You also get a counter system. You also get a shit counter system that you're never gonna... That does help because, especially in the beginning, because they always attack. Let me see if even bothered. Yeah, and it does that. And it costs no stamina, so that makes the first fights of the game really easy. They do get a little harder and they start mixing it up with unblockable attacks later on, but it just makes the game tedious. It doesn't make it much harder. You're just waiting more. So that was fun. Like, the combat is sadly like some of the better stuff. And it would have been really good if we had more than just Mannequin Enemy and 3 others. Here's a few others. Here's the creepy chummy guy. Let's see how chummy he acts. And remember, there are like otherworld versions of all of these, but they're all basically the same. He's really chummy, guys. He definitely doesn't act like a generic enemy. These things are really spongy, and they do a lot of fuck you unblockable moves, so they're kind of the hard enemies. They're not really that tough, though. There's also the walking heads, which are probably the best designed enemies. And they're also extremely slow, obnoxiously spongy, and all you do is avoid them. All you do is avoid them because they just wear your weapons down because your weapons all have limited durability. And bodies just vanish. Yes, bodies also just vanish, Zatara. I forgot about that. Bodies, not all bodies just vanish, but there's zero, like, worrying about an enemy that dies, because the second it dies, it disappears, right? Good catch. I forgot to mention that. There's so much else bad with the game that I forgot about the first thing I didn't like. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Oh, she also says phew. After every kill, she goes, phew, or is it over? Just something telegraphed to let you know that you're no longer in danger. Yeah, it needs events to stick with what's written first, or just no journal at all. No journal at all is best. But yeah, if you're gonna do that, only put in things in the journal that you've already seen, right? Give it some mystery. So that was the Prisoner and the Walking Heads. We've seen 3 of the 5 enemies so far, right? I'm also gonna show you, and now we gotta see the we'll see the other 2, don't worry. We'll see the other 2. But first we gotta talk about the Otherworld problem, because there are Otherworld versions of this shit. Here's Otherworld. Now, remember in Silent Hill, Otherworld was a horrifying reflection of this world. It looked exactly the same as this world, same layout, except everything was made out of guts and barbed wire and chain link fences and industrial shit and hanging bodies, just horror, right? Otherworld in this game is cleaner than the real world.
Take a moment to rest if you need to.
Oh, that's Husbando. This is Otherworld. It's basically a big Japanese shrine. It reminds me a lot of the Dream Mansion in Fatal Frame 3. And the thing about Silent Hill F is a lot of things about it remind me of Fatal Frame in general. This was more a Fatal Frame game than it was ever a Silent Hill game. I've seen Centralia. I didn't know they filmed it in Centralia. No, this was actually not a bad... I played this on super hard puzzle mode, and this puzzle actually intrigued me. This puzzle actually wasn't too bad. Because you had to, like, match the things in the fucking thing with what the riddle tells you. And it's not necessarily dead rat. There are certain things you have to see. And I actually had to look up some stuff because I'm not really into botany. So I had to look up some stuff, not look up a guide or anything, just look up the meanings of words and what they looked like. And I thought, wow, this is a good start for super hard puzzle mode, also known as Lost in the Fog puzzles. They don't stay hard. They don't stay hard. The puzzles in the new System Shock are probably really good. Those are hard. But yeah, here's the other world, and it usually just looks like this. It's very generic, dark, Japanese shrine, which is fine for a while, but it gets kinda old fast. They try to mix in places you've seen before, and kind of mix them in to make this otherworld version of like a school or something, but it just never worked, and it still felt like generic, bland Japanese shrine through the entire game.
Been some nightmare.
And then there's the furry. And then there's the furry. We'll get to the furry, but this is Fox Mask. This is the husbando of the game, and when I say husbando, I mean her journal entries straight up say that he is the hottest shit of all time, and that she'll do literally anything for him. This is Fox Mask, and he is a major character in the game.
Thanks.
Probably a massively important character. I shit you not, they threw me this. They threw me this, and he's even got cute anime boy moments, guys. You ready for a cute anime boy? Gird your loins, ladies. Gird your loins. We're gonna see a cute anime boy moment. Oh wait, first we're gonna talk about this bitch. We'll deal with the bitch later. But first we gotta see cute anime boy moment. See the boy moment. Here it comes.
And laid claim to my soul.
Oh, he's in love with her too. Oh yeah, we'll talk about Shu. Yeah, Shu's the love interest, but Fox Mask is the real love interest.
By claiming the
Oh, you ready? Oh, she almost saw his face. Oh, he had to put on his mask before she could see his face. Oh, what a cute, oh my god, it was a cute anime boy moment. She almost saw his face, guys. She almost saw his face. He was probably so handsome. This game is shit. Game is shit. We'll keep going, though. We'll keep going. Not everything was shit. Not everything was shit. We'll start with the fat boy. My favorite enemy in the game. Not really, because he never died. You'll never guess just how important the fat boy is. Uh-oh. You being weird? No, there it goes. Yeah, a lot of ooh-woo. We got cute anime boy, major character. He does mean shit, apparently. Supposedly he does mean shit to her. And I'll show you what I mean. It's gonna get gruesome here in a bit. First, we gotta talk about the fat boy. Here's the real husbando of the game. No, wait. Here's probably the most important enemy in the game, and I'm not kidding. I remember seeing this in a gameplay showcase and thinking this was the silliest shit, because it was basically just like a big, meaner version of the Fat Boys in Silent Hill 3, only covered in flowers. So it probably smells better. I just didn't really... I thought it was unimpressive. And here she is fighting it. I was playing on super hard, and I was just avoiding it. I was just kind of playing, Oh, she just killed it. Well... But if you notice, it doesn't stay dead. This is what I mean. These are the ones that don't stay dead. They usually have shit flying around them, so you know they don't stay dead. These things show up pretty often, and they're semi-common enemies. That is the 4th of 5 enemy types, right? And then this is the whole boss fight. Basically, you have to avoid it and get this key out, which is fine. You know, it's fine. It's gameplay. All this gets you to the farm, and the farm is actually kind of sick. The farm is actually kind of sick, where you have to go through this fog maze and try to pull stakes out of these scarecrows, which just act like regular mannequin enemies. And on super hard puzzle mode, this will drain the fuck out of your resources because the puzzles are kind of nonsensical here. Like, sometimes there was a little guesswork involved. Or sometimes, like, they just didn't seem to be in the right place. But if you notice, they're still the same mannequin enemy. They even fold back the same way. So we're still up to 4 enemy types. But luckily, for those who like variety, there are also bosses. Now, one of the girls died right off the bat when everything went to shit. And you don't see her until now. Oh, wait, no. First, there's this shit. Yeah, this is a variant of the walking heads. They're still the walking heads. They're still really spongy. But these are the walking heads. And you just run past them and don't let them scream in your face and you're fine. Those are the blade-legged mannequins, which are the same mannequins except they have a slightly different moveset. So we're still 4 enemy types in. And then we finally run over to the boss. And some people actually saw this boss. I saw this boss ahead of time. Wow, you get way more mirrors in normal mode. I got 1 mirror in normal mode. And what I love about Silent Hill is how bosses will, in the classic games, would always talk to you constantly. They would always say all these, like, things, right? They would always, like, taunt you and shit verbally. They would always give you verbal taunts. They would say shit like, dodge this. Yes, they gave her a command dash. She has a command dash. That's how she avoids attacks, and you can do perfect dodges which restore your stamina. But the combat's like the best thing about this. It's just the enemy variety is so lacking that you never get to really enjoy it or use it. You do get a Naginata. Now, weapon durability is limited in the real world, but in the other world it's not, and you get 3 specific weapons. I'm gonna hearsay dodge this. Also, this totally isn't Corrupted Monk. This definitely isn't a sad ripoff of Corrupted Monk on a fucking bridge. It doesn't fight like Corrupted Monk, but it's obviously inspired by Corrupted Monk. That was a grab. That's an insta-kill grab on hard mode. There's a perfect dodge. And I hear her say dodge this. Make her say dodge this. And there she is teleporting away and trying to do a super move.
Now, Hinako.
Oh, God. I don't think she's gonna say dodge this, but she does.
Liar!
She'll also call you a liar all the time. It was not a great boss. It was kind of exciting when you first fought her, because she does, like, sucker punch you with those early, those boomerang moves. Oh, cinema. And I was thinking, well, that was kind of shit. But surely there's going to be an indoor point, and 3 hours in, there was finally an indoor section of the game. There was finally an indoor section of the game. So that was boss 1 of 4. That was boss 1 of 4. Right? We'll get to the other bosses, but... Let's see. Yeah, we have to go to the school.
Seriously.
Look.
Now, this is Rinko. Rinko has a huge crush on Shu, and she hates Hinako's guts.
Come right out and say it.
And is very passive-aggressive about it. She's already telling him that Hinako's dead.
A better life in another world.
She's just straight up saying that Hinako's dead.
What took you so long? Come on, let's get going.
Oh, I know, Zatara. I was so hyped when I saw that first trailer with the face falling off. Which, to be fair, does kind of happen in the game. We'll get there. But yeah.
There never was a lock here, though.
They go into the school. And they have more weird VN conversations. And the school... And then they tell you to go... Okay. So this is the size of the school. Except put a second floor up with another 4 rooms. And then put an annex in the back with another 4 rooms. This is the entire school. Let's see, we're 3 hours in. Let's see how long it takes them to get out of the school. About 30 minutes. There's 30 minutes of school in the game. Yeah. There's 30 minutes of running around in school in the game, including the playground. Save points are very easy to get to, enemies are very easy to dodge, so you can just save scum if you want. Yeah, right? So you get 30 minutes of school section. And, yeah, Hinako got pushed down the stairs earlier. I forgot about that. She got pushed down some stairs when she first met Rinko, and she lost her arm sleeve. And then she goes to sleep. Every time she goes to sleep, she goes into the other world, so you get the other world school. Which is just, like I said, more generic. It's just more generic Japanese shrine stuff. Which is cool. Like, Japanese shrines look cool and all, but that's all Otherworld is Japanese shrines. Very Fatal Frame. Except now you have some, like, school shit kind of stuck into it. Where you're, like, turning on lights. I think she's actually in Rinko's room now. And she's, like, cutting off her friends here. It was very, it was very forgettable because then shit like this started happening and I actually thought the game was about to get good. Gore warning, by the way. Because it hits a point where Foxboy leads her around and she's like, I'll give up anything for him. So he hands her a fucking bone saw. And she starts sawing her fucking arm off. This is the only, like, interesting part of the whole game. And you know why she saws her arm off? So they could replace it. What are they gonna replace it with, you ask? Look, he's getting off on it. You know he's into that Guro shit. It's a fucking furry! That's right! You're absolutely right. She gets a big, strong, furry werewolf arm. Yeah, there aren't any Japanese shrines. Well, the problem is, there are definitely Japanese shrines in Tokyo, but it's so samey. It's like every single time she's in Otherworld, it's the exact same setting, which is a problem. I'm not criticizing that it's a Japanese shrine. I'm criticizing that it's only a Japanese shrine. So now the game gets a lot easier when you're in the other world because you have this kick-ass arm weapon. Let's see if she gets into any fights. Oh, she cuts off her face too. I'm not even gonna show that. That was actually sickening. That was actually sickening. They actually cut off like this part of her face. Yeah, but you got kick-ass arm, and then you can soul siphon, which means enemies are all permanently dead when you have this arm equipped. Yeah, the world transformed, and it was the same. It was like the same setup, the same basic structure, except it was very different in creepy, confusing ways. It was really good. This other world is absolute shit compared to it. All right, so the game becomes a furry game at about 5 hours in. And then we have more Mary-san stuff. And I forgot to mention this, but Mary-san is actually kind of a major character. Remember the doll? The doll's actually kind of a major character. This is a 21-hour video, so I am kind of a little behind. They get married. She has her fox mask on because, like I said, I'm not showing it because it was disgusting. It wasn't even scary. It was just gross. Where they cut her face off and put her face in a fucking box and then take this fucking furry mask and put that on. And then I guess she's getting married. And then Mary shows up, and Mary will pop up with, like, carvings on the floor saying shit like, don't do this. Your name is Shimizu Hinako. Don't trust the fox boy. Whatever you do, don't trust the fox boy. And now she's got to fight Rinko, because she let Rinko burn. So this is the second of 4 bosses. And it's very easy because you have fucking Devil Trigger active. That is a Devil Trigger mode, where if you kill enough enemies, you get into Devil Trigger mode, and then you're invincible, and you can just beat the fuck out of shit. Because that's what I love about Silent Hill is Devil Trigger mode. And then there's the enemy that I thought was a boss, but actually wasn't a boss. And that was the Tit Monster. This is the final of 5 enemy types in this game. Remember, 5 enemy types. And I saved the best for last. I think it had a bunch of, I think it's a bunch of pregnant bellies, but I called it the Tit Monster because that was my first immediate thought. Yeah, it's a whole lot of pregnant bellies is what it is. Because it gives birth to other monsters. This is the spongiest enemy in the game by far, and it's always just a like, I was groaning audibly every time this stupid fucking thing showed up. Because it's not dangerous outside of laying babies. Yeah, wood. I think a lot of people did. I think it was a combination of tits and pregnant bellies, actually. I think it's both. Because it's a symbol of having kids, I think. But I called it the Tit Monster because, look at it. It's a tit. The whole monster is a tit. Look at it getting stun-locked. It takes fucking forever to fight, and they're common enemies after a while. They're common enemies, and so the game gets more of a slog as you play it. We're almost done. We're almost done. There's only a few things left. About 6 hours in is when, after the face cut off stuff, something actually happens that surprised me at this point. The game actually started getting kind of good. The game actually started getting kind of good. And I'm not kidding. There is, it's just a sign. Yeah, very subtle symbolism. Oh, and of course, don't forget, Couch, that there is a detailed journal entry of the Tit Monster telling her, where Himiko's saying, this is a horrifying bastardization of the miracle of childbirth. I'm not kidding. I wish I was kidding. Yeah, not even the lighting is particularly... There's no oppression in the game. Nothing is oppressive. You have objective markers comforting you and holding your hand the entire way. You have constant tutorials for anything even remotely new. You have various journals, updates. But then this happens. And this I kind of like. Eventually she gets back home because she realized that the only thing left to deal with is her daddy issues. So she goes home and her house changes, which is actually kind of sick. This part is what I gave a bonus point to because it's actually not bad. Until it gets bad.
Hello?
Is it the Shimizu household? Hello! This is Okamoto Fisheries. Thank you for your continued...
Now, in Japanese, he sounds way more... Hey, thank you. Now, in Japanese, he sounds way more like a TV show announcer, and I thought that was kind of awesome because I thought he was mad at first. Because he was like, oh man, he was like, you know, Kabama! Hibiko-san! Like, he was just really enthusiastic. The voice acting in Japanese is so much better than the English voice acting. Is it already gone, Crudus? I think it's like for subs only or something like that. I think it's a sub-only thing. Because that's what it told me when I saw the notification. Another thing is the puzzles get way easier. This is a big puzzle, right? This is a big puzzle. It's so big it even has a big illustration of the puzzle where you have the 6 characters, the parents and the 3 friends and Hinako. And Hinako's face is like scratched out, right? And then you have some upside down pictures. And you have 3 of them, and there's a 4th one that's just kind of hanging, right? That's just not there. You have to find it. Well, here's the funny thing. The puzzles get really easy. Because, like, and I was like, okay, cool. All I gotta do is find this painting. Here's another tit monster. You cannot get enough of tit monsters in this game, and they're always the same slog to fight. They're so shit. They are so shit. They start laying like poison eggs too because you have limited durability, and they didn't think that an infinite monster spotter was a good idea for limited durability weapons, and they were right. So they did change the real world version of the tit monster a little bit. But here's the puzzles in the game. Now, I was thinking, oh, cool, this is going to be like some super complex weight puzzle. Remember, I was playing on hardest difficulty when it came to puzzles. That's the puzzle. That is the puzzle in every difficulty. The headless doll is the heaviest, and all the other dolls are together. That's the whole puzzle. That's the whole puzzle, and it doesn't stop there. It doesn't even stop there. Oh yeah, a monster does attack. A monster does attack. More monsters. By this point, the monsters aren't scary. They're just tedious. This guy actually bothered to fight this one. There's nothing in this room. This is a trap room. There is a trap room. Like I said, the house is actually the best thing because you go into like 3 different versions of the house, and it kind of loops around. But that doesn't excuse the fucking. Yeah, like here, you put calendars on the wall and it changes the dates. And then she goes through this back room, and then she's back at the entrance. Very PT reference, but well done. Let's see, I'm trying to get to the puzzle. Oh yeah, there's this puzzle. Yeah, there's this puzzle. I forgot about this one. So, you have a burner that doesn't have any connection to the propane. You find a wax model in your room. And you find a tube that you can, a hose that you can use to pump propane in. Let's see how this puzzle, this sophisticated puzzle gets solved. You click X. And then you click X again. So, and then you get a key. And then you fight a monster, because you gotta fight a monster every single time. And then there's my favorite puzzle. This is probably my favorite thing because I actually solved this one by accident. Not knowing... Hold up, did she already solve it? No, she didn't. So, I flipped all the pictures right side up before I even found the photo of Hinako. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna hang this picture of Hinako up, and it's gonna be serious puzzling. It's gonna be serious puzzle time, finally. And then I pushed X on it and flipped the painting over and I solved it. Because here's the puzzle, right? Oh wait, she immediately solves it. That's the puzzle. All the pictures are right side up except for Hinako's. That's the puzzle. Yeah, at least her dad used propane. Her dad was a propane enthusiast. And also a sushi chef, so it was kind of a King of the Hill Bobby and Hank reference. Now, the third boss is also probably the laziest boss, and I'll tell you why. Because she does eventually fight Dad, because Dad And Angela Orozco in Silent Hill 2 would just think this kid was just a little baby. Because Dad's biggest sin, besides yelling at her all the time, because he was an asshole. He was an asshole, there's no denying it. But his biggest sin was, oh yeah, also her friends. She thinks her friends are dead. And then there's her, yeah, there's her dad, and there's her enabler mom.
You are late.
Look at that face animation. She starts standing up to him and he gets mad. She just gets him riled up because he's eyeballs deep in debt. And I think he sets up like an arranged marriage for Hinako. That's where all this starts. That's the whole thing. The whole story is her dad sets up an arranged marriage for her and she ends up falling in love with the guy that they arranged because he was really handsome. But she's still upset because she's losing her childhood. And she yells at Dad, and then Dad throws a knife like that, and it almost hits her and it scares her. And all I'm thinking is Angela Orozco and the shit that she went through. And it's like, absolutely, like, fucking many degrees more fucked than this has ever been. And this is probably the most important boss for Hinako as a character, because it's her dad, right? So this has to be a really fucked... Like, look at that implied shadow. What do you think this boss is gonna look like, guys? What do you think this boss is gonna look like? It's... Chat, what do you guys think the boss is gonna look like? Like, he's transforming in real time? Like, you didn't even get to see him transform because it was so fucked up and scary. She's looking up at him. Tit monster, right? You're close. It's gonna be a Gundam. No, it's gonna be Fat Boy. It was Fat Boy all along. The fucking most important enemy in this fucking game is the funniest one. It's Fat Boy. And even better, Mom gets her own unique model. She gets her own unique model with its own unique moveset, but Dad gets common enemy model. I thought this was Dad at first. I actually thought this was Dad because there was no way that Mom was gonna get the unique model before Dad got the unique model. It's the same fucking enemy. It's the same enemy. Acts exactly. I think the only difference is he holds his arm up longer before he swings down. Oh, and Mom's acted like the sushi chef. Dad's supposed to be the sushi chef, and she's like throwing knives and shit. It's so... by then I was like, it was ruined. It was all where I was like, you gotta be kidding me. They couldn't make one... They couldn't bother them to make another enemy type. They couldn't be bothered to make another enemy type. They had to just fucking recycle a common enemy that you saw early game. Right? And I thought, okay, but at least the house was cool. This might have some good shit. It's all gonna boil down to the ending. It's all gonna boil down to the ending. This is gonna be the make or break. It's gotta be satisfying, right? I've been through this 10-hour slog. And then, you know, there's more combat shit after. She finally kills him. And then there's more combat shit because her parents are dead. And she's mad. And she's, like, fighting constantly. The whole rest of the game is her just fighting tit monsters constantly. It's just constant fucking spongy-ass tit monsters the entire game. Until you finally get to the final boss. And the ending. And the final boss I kind of liked. I thought it was kind of cool. Oh, I'm covering every ending, Couch, because I thought... We'll see. Because there's a very fundamental problem with the ending of this game. And a very fundamental problem with how the endings are structured. I'll get to that. So, she runs into her sister. I missed this part. She runs into her sister, Junko. And her sister is wearing an owl mask, very similar to the fox mask. And her skin is all rotten and green, right? She's got, like, green rot. She looks like a zombie. And you think, oh shit, she's evil. Now we can draw green penises.
ここはどこ？怖いや。辛い。気持ち悪い。帰りたい。
Also, the first healing item you get, you probably noticed it while I was like skimming through, but there are these red pills that are really important, and it's implied that they're White Claudia, the drug from the first game, even though it's not even really implied, except for maybe visually. This game could have zero connection even with the pills, but she starts taking these pills and they restore a little health and a little sanity. There's a sanity meter also that you need to keep in check, but it's very easy because it fluctuates wildly. I'm sorry, Marcus. Go follow IG. Shout out to IGN. They're the experts. I just played the game. They gave it an 8, which is like, I think they feel the same way. They gave it an 8. I'll give you my score after a bit. It's not a 0, it's not a 1. I'm not stupid. This did have some good stuff. But yeah, she's like rejecting all this shit. She pushed her sister away. Her sister sounded like she was actually trying to help her. She has a shit fit because she's high as fuck. Pills here. I think I have that. Oh. Whew. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, thank God I didn't hurt anything. Some pants. Give me a second. Gotta mop this up. I spilled a little bit, but not much. Got a Yeti cup so it's all secure. Okay. Ooh. Spilled a little more than I thought. It's not bad though. And here it is in Japanese. You can see the acting is like a big step up. If I accidentally escape anything or anything weird happens, I'll fix it. No. No. No, no, Couch. It wasn't illusions. What made Silent Hill so great is that it was all real. And the monsters would just manifest based on psyches because they were kind of psychic themselves. And that's what made it so interesting. Because they didn't do that shit, because that was kind of amateurish. They'd even make fun of it in Silent Hill 3. They'd even mock that idea. And this game just kind of... Well, you'll see. Oh shit, my... No, watch the boss fight. Ah! Ah! Sorry, I had to clean up. I fucking spilled my drink. The one time I've ever spilled my drink in 4 years. So you fight this thing, and it does a weird thing where if it kills you, you get back up and you get regen, like in fucking, if it kills you, you actually get up and you get like this regen effect, like you're playing the beginning of Symphony of the Night. Which I thought was really weird. And I thought it was going to affect the ending, so I always just reset whenever she killed me. Because if you die a third time, you end up with 1 pipe and 99 pills. And you get to fight her some more, and if you die then you game over. And I thought that was really bizarre. Because as you can see, this fight's kind of... It's okay. She's really fast. She's very flowy. Probably the closest thing to a Dark Souls boss there is in the game. And it's not bad. So you finally get one, like, not bad fight in the entire game. It doesn't even talk. It's you. It's the other you. The girl with the gross face, the mask, the furry face, and the furry arm is the adult version of Hinako, who's accepted that she's gonna get married, and this is the version of Hinako who just wants to still be a kid.
It's a fucking furry!
Yes, they went out of their way to ensure that you wouldn't lose the final boss. I killed her without dying. Not first try, but I did kill her without dying. And then you do more of this. This is the ending.
It's a fucking furry!
Yeah, you can pick up red capsules. I don't know why he's bothering to pick up the red capsules, because you don't have to, because nothing affects the ending. Yeah, and she's got 99 red pills. You just immediately have 1 pipe and 99 red pills. And then this is the actual ending sequence. I'm not kidding. The ending is ongoing. Well, it's symbolic because of the pills. It's symbolic because of the pills, guys. Yeah, right. Well, she was giving him because she was stressed out about the arranged marriage, I think. I think that's what was going on. She was stressed out because kids didn't like her because she was pretty, and she also was hanging out with, she was a tomboy, and that was bad in 1960s Japan, apparently. Yeah, Zatara. Oh, I'm sure you're writing better than Yukishi 07. I wouldn't worry about that at all. I know. No ambiguity at all. He's like looking around because he still thinks the game is playing. This is all interactive cutscene. All he has to do is keep running. Oh, this is GameSpot, that's why. Did you hear that siren in the background? That's symbolic of police siren. So there's a siren in the game. It's just like Silent Hill. There's a siren in the game. Yeah. Now that we're at the end and we already know what's going on, now we get proper horror lighting. Yeah, the horror lighting was shit. The sound design was okay, but in fact, the sound design did make some good use of 3D sound in places, but that was the end, guys. The wedding massacre, so same female suspect as the wedding massacre in Route 8. So the idea is that she went on a shit fling rampage because she was high on White Claudia and crashed her sister's wedding in the most hilarious way by killing them all. And then she went on another killing spree in her town, Ebisugaoka. Also note how the anime boy, furry guy, is not involved in any of this, and there's a reason for that too. Oh, you think? So that's the first inning, and I noticed while I was playing the game that there was this one pool there was this pool that I found, and it said, this looks like it could use to purify something filthy. And that's all it said. And I was like, oh, I'm going to be coming back to that. But you never do. And the reason is because that was the ending, guys. It's already cut on to the next ending. That was the whole ending. Credits hit right then. Because when you play this game for the first time, you are locked to the worst ending. You are locked to the worst ending in this game on your first playthrough. They expect you to play the entire fucking slog all over again for the second and third endings. Where you either don't take the red capsules, you purify the sacred sword, or don't. They tell you this. This is in-game menu, by the way. This is in-game menu. As after the credits roll, you get this menu that tells you how to get endings. Purify the sacred sword or don't obtain it, and obtain the Agara no Hote-sama. Or you can get an ending where you just get the unpurified sacred sword without purifying it and not take the red capsules, and that gets you these endings. And I may have to watch these, because I only thought that was the worst ending. I only thought that this was the worst ending. I couldn't have been more wrong. We won't watch the whole fight because I'm not spilling my drink. I'll skip over. I'll skim over a bit. Because this is like an hour and 25 minutes. I'm not going to show you this whole thing. Don't worry about it. No, that is not how Silent Hill games are, Wasabi. In Silent Hill 2, you could get one of 3 of the 4 endings on your first playthrough, depending on how you do. You could get the Leave ending, you could get the In Water ending, or you could get the Maria ending, depending on things you did throughout the game. Right? Also, the game's shorter and it's less of a slog. In Silent Hill 1, you could do things during your first playthrough that could get you a better ending than the default bad one. In Silent Hill 3, I think you could do something to change the ending in that too. I can't remember, but you could definitely do something to change the ending in Silent Hill 3. Silent Hill 4, the whole Eileen death walk thing. If you beat the boss before Eileen fell into a pit, it would give you the good ending. It would give you a bad ending if you let her die. All of these were on a first playthrough. So no, it's not like Silent Hill at fucking all. It is like Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame does this shit, and I didn't like it when Fatal Frame did that shit, but at least the endings were somewhat satisfying. Yes, oh, absolutely. UFO endings are just bonus joke shit. You know, the dog ending is just bonus joke shit. Of course, those aren't going to be first playthrough endings, but that's fine. Having multiple endings on a first playthrough is what this game needed to have, because I'm not going to play this again. I've already played it once. There's no way I'm slogging through this garbage again. So we get this. We get this. Yeah, no, that is not how Silent Hill endings are. If Silent Hill endings were all like that, I would like them less. Yes, you're gonna get one ending no matter what playthrough you have, but it is nice to have different endings on a first playthrough. No, it's not. And there's another reason for that, because most of those fights that I was showing you, how she was fighting through those monsters, you weren't running past any of them. Most of them, you usually had a fucking barrier or something keeping you from progressing. In Silent Hill 2 on hard, I played Silent Hill 2 on hard. Silent Hill 2 on hard, the monsters are very spongy because the idea is that you don't fight them, you run past them. You run past them and avoid them and deal with them that way. Yes, I know, and but it's still a slog shit. It's still slog shit because you're fighting the same 5 enemies over and over. It doesn't matter, just because they're like 30 minutes longer. Like, I think I played this for like 10 hours, his playthrough was 7, it adds 3 hours to the game, needlessly. There's no extra challenge. No, this is not how a Silent Hill game is fucking remotely. Like I said, you were running past most enemies in Silent Hill 2 on hard because they're not worth the time and effort. Because you could just, and you don't have to, right? They're just there to avoid at that point, and that's great. That adds an element of strategy because some enemies you feel like you have to kill, and some enemies you don't. So it does add to that. No, this is nothing like a Silent Hill game. Not even remotely. And this is coming from somebody who's played Silent Hill 2 like fucking 15 times and played through this once. And am expected to play it again for another ending. Instead of maybe, I don't know, it's just... Because the only ending is locked... There's only one ending that's locked behind the fucking... It's shit. So anyway, she fucking approaches the thing and she breaks it again. Except she's not high on pills now. Now she's just freaking out over the arranged marriage. No, fuck that noise. Fuck that garbage. They did the Sacred Sword. Tell me how the Sacred Sword couldn't be available in the first playthrough if the fucking purification pool is available in the first playthrough and is just completely useless. It would have been nice to get have an option to get a different ending, depending on what you did. But it's okay because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what ending you get because nobody wins in Silent Hill F. Oh, you say that, Couch. I mean, hell, I imagine a dad with a daughter's like, oh man, I deal with enough of this shit at home. Yeah, but even then, like, Zatara, Team Silent never wrote that ending into any of their games because they thought it was too amateurish. They thought it was too basic. They even made fun of it in Silent Hill 3. Remember when Vincent was saying monsters? They look like monsters to you? That was them making fun of that idea. Because even then, when they were first starting, they thought that it was lame. They thought it was too obvious. Oh, you're looking at the second ending, Midnight. You resisted for so long. Yeah, so Furry Himiko, or main character, the first person you are, is now a cloud of evil smoke. It's still mediocre and pretty shit. Myan Lathatep. As a standalone game, it's like a... I'd have called it a bad Fatal Frame ripoff. And I would have been hoping that it was just a Fatal Frame game. And then Shu shows up with a bat. That was probably my favorite moment in the game.
A bakery!
Not really, Zatara. Not in this case. Well, yeah, the most predictable intelligence is the one what passes off, which is what passes for. Yeah, they set the bar. I didn't expect them to. I thought that was going to be the worst inning, and they were going to get progressively better. But then I saw this. Yeah, oh no, he's getting cucked. Yeah, he is. Which is funny as shit, because Shu was never really that interested in her. He was more interested in Rinko. And Rinko was like obsessed with him. So this, it was like a mutual friend zoning until it suddenly wasn't. But it gets better. Get cuffed harder. Remember, she doesn't have a face during all of this. Her face is cut off. She's gonna talk to him, guys. She's just gonna talk to him. She's just gonna talk to him. She's just gonna talk to him. Fake axe, by the way, that's fake axe. No, she's not anymore, Couch, because she wasn't on the pills. Now, you remember all those characters who died? They're not dead now. All that killing spree she was on, it's gone. That was the non-canon bad ending. Yeah, that was the bad ending that was non-canon. The real endings are about the arranged marriage. And how Hinako reacts to the arranged marriage in 3 different scenarios. No, that's all fake. That's all fake. That was just symbolic of her being willing to do anything for him. She has her face in her arm, and she doesn't have a big fucking burn mark on her back from getting branded. Because there's nothing supernatural at all in this game. This is... it's like the Babadook. It's like the Babadook. Oh, he's getting mad. Shu's getting mad. Remember, imagine playing through the game for like 9 hours and then playing through it for another like 6 hours, the same shit. Same tit monster, same 5 enemies, same lame-ass bosses that you've already killed. You do it all over again. Except you get the stupid sword. Base hole!
Base_hole just conscripted 5 gigachots to the convoy.
Thank you for the 5 gift subs.
Valorant conscripted your
Thank you for the Valorant gift sub also.
Valorant gifted a tier 1 sub to Yai Carrots.
Oh my god, they just keep talking. I'm fast forwarding the transformation. I gotta fast forward. Holy shit. They just keep talking. Thank you, Basehole. Big. Oh, you also gave us a hype train. We're like level 2 hype train right now because of that. Thank you so much. This is the final boss of the second ending. This would be the 5th boss in the game. Look at that stupid ass thing. Look at this stupid. Oh my god. Look at. Oh my god. What were they thinking? What? And then you're fighting this stupid fucking thing. This looks like a rejected Sekiro boss. Why is Gilgamesh... Oh, man. Why is Gilgamesh from Final Fantasy here? That's what Shu turned into. So Shu turns into this stupid fucking thing. It's so... Oh, Jesus. And then you're fighting him with the arm, so he's easier because you have the fucking furry arm. And you could go Devil Trigger and go crazy on him. Which is what she's doing now. I'll bet it's gonna kill him. Yes, Illbleed is the one with Sheriff Woody and his girlfriend and her amazing big ass. Look at this shit! So you've gone through like 12, like 15 hours at this point, playing the game twice. And you're thinking, oh man, the next ending's gonna be so sick. The next ending's gonna be so sick. That was just the bad ending. What's the good ending gonna be like? Good job, Neobards. Bravo. What's the good ending gonna be like, guys? It's this. And then his armor falls off because you didn't really kill him because he's your best friend. He's your best friend. And you just had a talk with him. That was the game theatrically telling you that you just talked with him. You just had a talk with him. And then they...
Kotoyuki-san.
Kotoyuki, that's his name. That's Fox Boy's name is Kotoyuki. Rub it in. This is a Silent Hill ending! Officially!
人を物扱いするな。私と君は世界で最も彼女のことを理解し、大切にしようと思っている二人だ。良い友人になると思うのだが。
This is a Silent Hill game, guys. This is a Silent Hill game. This is a Silent Hill game. Silent Hill game. By the way, Silent Hill 2 spoilers. Oh, fuck. Silent Hill 2 spoilers.
But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. I'll never hurt you like she did. So why don't you want me?
Sorry, I just gotta see a real fucking final boss. I gotta see a real fight. This is what a Silent Hill boss looks like, guys. This is a Silent Hill boss. If you notice, there isn't. Thank you for the support, Vasehole. Thank you for the 5 subs. Hey, I got the Frog Wow emote. This is a Silent Hill boss, guys. Just so everybody remembers what a Silent Hill boss looks like, there's no fucking journal entry for this fucking terrifying ass thing. There's no journal entry for this fucking thing. Yeah, the writer only knows how to write anime shit because he's written anime shit his whole life. And he looks to anime for inspiration, and he doesn't look at anything else. And so he made this. And Konami thought this was brilliant. And also, she's in the fucking final boss form now because she's accepted her fate as the wife of the Wolf Boy. Oh, and there he is. There's another cute anime boy moment. There's the cute anime boy. Look, he's a cute anime boy, guys. Uncensored, unmasking. Oh, the after credits with the fucking, what, face on the ground. It was fine. Yeah, here's the after credits. This was kind of spooky. But it was also lame as shit because you'll see. Well, that's because Yukishio 7 is a visual novel writer. He doesn't have friends. He doesn't talk to people. Yeah, here's the scary part of this ending.
I'm so scared, please. I don't want to be mom.
No!
Oh no, she became her mom. Oh no. Fuck off. Fuck off. And then we got the fight where she sides with Shu. Wait. Yeah, then she sides with Shu instead. Here's the one where the fox wets his tail. Gets his tail wet, which is funny because this is where she rejects the fox. This is the one where she rejects the fox. And you have to fight other Hinako.
I don't want to become mom. I don't want to be mom. Oh no. Oh no, I got married. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, what a horrible life. Oh no, I got married. Oh no. Dad yelled at me sometimes.
Fucking Reddit. But still. Remember when, like, people who dealt with real shit were characters in Silent Hill games? Like, real ugly shit? Because I remember. Pepperidge Farms remembers. Angela Roscoe fucking remembers. James sure as shit remembers. Here she is fighting a fox. She's fighting a fox. She's fighting Fox Boy. And he talks to her because... Remember when Leonard Wolf was talking to fucking, Heather Mason in Silent Hill 3, and it was freaky as shit because, like, it sounded like his voice was disembodied, but it was this horrifying fucking freak monster thing, and he was, like talking to her in this sophisticated voice. It was so sick. It was like the only time a Silent Hill enemy ever really talked, and it was awesome. Yeah, there's bolts of lightning because he's a fox god, because there was this implication that there was their like Shinto denomination was like about this fox god, and I actually thought, back when I thought this game was better than this, that he was the fox god and that it was a cult thing, and that he was getting married to her as part of a fucking, you know, god birth ritual like in any other Silent Hill game. Instead, no, he was just some rich kid. He was just some rich kid. So you fight a fucking fox who apparently turns into human, and then he... Oh, also, crony bosses were a big fucking thing in this game. Every fucking boss felt like a crony boss. And my favorite kind of boss, where the boss isn't hard enough, so they fill the game full of fucking regular enemies to pad it. So crony bosses. Remember the sniper fight? Remember the fucking sniper fight in Siren? There was a sniper fight in Siren.
Hiyako! こっちだ! 早く!
行きなさい。
Yukishi's a fucking idiot. I didn't think Yukishi was an idiot, but he's an idiot.
お前と宇宙戦争ごっこで遊んだことを思い出した。だから。
No, he's not really a fox. It's just a symbol of how she sees him as godlike because she has such a boner for him. She has such a lady boner for him that he's like a god. And that's why he's like, she sees him as like the fox god of their town. I had to show you guys. A gallant man, I must hold my breath. Yeah, he's like talking to you. Oh, alright, you win. I guess you win. You're a gallant man. You get to keep her. And then they run off. And this is the Shoes Not a Cuck ending. And then they're partners. And she's like, I've always loved you, Shu. I want to be a kid forever. Which is the sweet ending. This is probably the best ending. Even though she held on to her childhood. Yeah, this is, well, it's authentic something, and it's got CH in the name. It's authentic shit. And then we have... And then we have the true ending. This is the true ending coming up. And the true ending, you have to play the game 3 times. You have to sit through this whole shit game 3 times in order to get this ending. Like, you could at least use save points and shit to manipulate those other 2 endings, right? So you don't have to play the whole game each time with those. You can start from a save point and do that. But you have to beat the game 3 times to get this one. And this is her, instead of blaming, you know, her childhood or her adulthood, she blames her parents and says that, no, I don't want to do this, and I resent you for making me have to marry this guy that I don't even know. Which is fine. It's not something I've seen in a million fucking Disney movies, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine. I love seeing the same shit that I watched when I was a kid in cartoons in my Silent Hill game. Oh, I think she says hello me at some point too. She says hello me, which I thought was dumb. And then they start choking each other because now she's in conflict with herself because she knows the root of what's going on here. And then it shows the shit. I remember actually, there was this thing where the guy who was in charge of Silent Hill, starting with, you know, Origins and Homecoming, and the Silent Hill HD collection, actually shot down an idea that people in Konami had about 2 gods. Silent Hill 2 gods fighting. Oh man, shit, what was it? I want to say rejected. I'm gonna put rejected. Wait, 2 gods fighting. There was this idea. And oh god, I'm never gonna find it. A story about gods fighting. But there was this old idea that the guy who was actually in charge of the fucking Silent Hill remaster collection, the shitty one, about where the final boss would be these 2, like I think it was like somebody's kind of like James Sunderland and somebody like or what's her name, Alessa Gillespie would turn into these like Japanese style gods and fight over the fucking lake with like lightning and shit, and he thought that was a bad idea. The guy who did the Silent Hill HD remasters thought this was a bad fucking idea because it didn't seem anything like Silent Hill and it seemed really corny. And now we're here. Tom Hewlett, thank you. Yes, Tom Hewlett. Tom Hewlett. The guy who was in charge of the Silent Hill HD collection thought that this shit was stupid years before it was made. And he was right. Yeah, good for kaiju movie. And I'm pretty sure the fight would have looked a lot like that if they did that. Yeah, if you have the HD remake guy says, no, that's really dumb, then you know it's really dumb. Oh my god. Look, this is Silent Hill game, guys.
我らは一族の跡取りにそのものを嫁に欲するようまじないをかけた。何を言って？歴代の跡取りたちは皆。
So yeah, there were some notes earlier that I missed where this overbearing mother was talking to her boy and said that her boy had noble blood, and that's obviously his mom, and these are probably a symbol of his parents. And his parents want him to get married to an exceptional girl. So the game is basically telling you that he was just as arranged in the marriage as she was, and that they were both too young for that. And that's the... Yeah, it's all just... Which is great for a Fatal Frame game, by the way, Couch. That's all great for a Fatal Frame game. Thank you, Midnight. And critics are like fucking coming all over this game talking about how good the story is. And it's like the worst thing about this game by far. They are just fucking filleting the shit out of this game because the story's so good. The combat was shit, but the story's so good. Combat was fine. The enemy variety was shit. And so was the story. They don't talk about how there are 5 enemy types. They don't talk about how there are like 7 bosses and 3 of them... And there's like 2 like boss types that are the same. So there's 7 bosses and 3 of them you have to play the game 3 times to get them all. And then on top of fighting the fox, you also have to fight, I guess you have to fight Shu also. Yeah, I guess you have to fight... Oh, is that fucking Mary-san? Is that Mary-san of the fucking... Oh my god! It's the same boss, but they have the fucking doll's head! No fucking way. No. No. They did not. Hold up. They did not. They wouldn't. Hold the hell up. Hold the hell up. Holy shit. Just give me a quick second. That's fucking... They got the fucking doll! They got the doll head in the... Oh my god, I gotta see what that is. I need context, guys. Yeah, the VA, the acting in this is really good. As long as it's in Japanese. You gotta be kidding me! You've gotta be kidding me. I gotta see this thing turn into a monster. I have to see Mary-san turn into a monster. That's it. That's how Mary-san turns into a monster. Yeah, from Maria. We went... How did we go from this? How did we go from this? Listen to how unpleasant this shit is. That is fucking horrifying. Everything that's happening here is fucking horrifying. It's like a fucking art piece come to life trying to kill you. How did we go from this to this? How did we go from this to this? This is the true ending, by the way. It has 2 final bosses. Alright, let's kill it. It's a lot of things. The thing about Team Silent was a bunch of rock stars. They were like fucking Wolf Team, right? You know how fucking regal those Wolf Team pictures are? How they have those fucking suits are, and they're just so fucking full of themselves because they know exactly how good they are at what they do, and they're right? Team Silent was just like that. They looked like fucking rock stars. They looked like fucking veterans, and they were just starting out. And when they got their shit together to make a game, they weren't just making a game. They weren't just trying something because it was new. They had a mission, and it showed. And everything about it was good. The sound design was good. The graphics were good. The acting was good. Yes, the acting. The gameplay. Yes, the fucking gameplay was good. Everything worked exactly the way they fucking intended because they made damn sure it was good. These guys are just trying to sell shit to 14-year-olds. And they're writing stories for 14-year-olds and then putting an M rating on them and putting in like fucking insane, disgusting ass like fucking gore horror where she's like where a teenager's cutting her own fucking face off. Because that's supposed to be scary, except it wasn't scary, it was just gross. It wasn't scary, it was just gross. Yeah, well, Konami wasn't paying them for shit either. Konami wasn't paying them either, frankly. The thing is, though, is that the lowest bidder was more than willing to, like, really put on a good fucking thing back then, and then they stopped being willing for good reason. And instead, but what that did, the sad side effect of that is that the companies, instead of going for, you know, paying more, and being able to afford to pay more, they just went to another lowest bidder. And these lowest bidders don't give a shit. Like, Neobards is out of Taiwan, they don't give a fuck about Silent Hill. They're a Taiwan team. This is a Taiwan game. Written by Yukishi 07, sure, he did the story. I don't even think he did the script, but it says story by Yukishi 07. Nobody reads books anymore. That's definitely part of it. Or even just watch horror movies. You don't have to read books. You can watch horror movies. You can watch, like, that's how fucking Resident Evil does it for years. Yeah, Neobards is, you can look it up. Neobards is a Taiwan company based out of Hong Kong. And, Konami outsourced all of the programming and game design to them. And I imagine the cutscenes also. Like, everything was pretty much just sent to Neobards. And, they had a Japanese artist do some of the art direction. Not even the art direction, but, like, just art pieces to use for the art direction. And they got Yukishi 07 to write to basically give them a story treatment. The house section was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't nearly enough. Well, anyway, this is another Shoes of Cuck ending, but now it's the furry wolf boy is like, okay, we don't have to get married just yet. Just give it some thought, and if you want to think about it, and, you know, want to hook up later, we could do it that way. That's literally what this ending is. This is the best ending in the game. No, and then you get a fucking letter. They tried to do the Maria letter. The days have grown warmer where I am. What is it like in Ebisugalka? I still recall the startling beauty of the dandelions peeking out through the cracks of the stone walls. I would like to express my appreciation for the letter you sent me. It was quite enlightening. I will follow you in your footsteps and start by simply trying to enjoy life. As for your recommendation, I purchased sauce-flavored senbei. Sauce-flavored senbei for the first time the other day. It must have been quite a sight to see. A man dressed in a suit buying cheap rice crackers and eating them with children outside the candy store. The children laughed when they saw me, saying the real grown-ups don't buy such cheap snacks, and so I explained to them how I wasn't able to eat many treats as a child, which is why I'm eating them now. When I heard that, they began swarming around me and telling me all the different delicious ways you can eat sauce-flavored senbei, though I must say I was taken aback when a child suggested I try putting strawberry jam on it. Imagine such a scene, a full-grown man eating snacks with children. While I was rather embarrassed, I felt like I had regained part of my lost childhood. I intend to become reacquainted with my inner child, discover my own dreams, and live life to the fullest, and once I have done so, I hope to reevaluate my feelings for you. Yeah, the killing spree ending wasn't canon. That's what the other endings are there to tell you. For the Kusuge, yeah, this is a shit game. It is a Kusuge. It is definitely Kusuge. What's sad is that technically it isn't. Technically, it's like a functional game. There weren't any major bugs that I saw. There was like this annoying light shaft shit on the side of the screen sometimes, but I think it was more of a computer issue. This didn't have it. Oh, console issue. Oh yeah, Kusuge, yeah. Kusuge is, yeah. I know what Kusuge means. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. There is a certain jank to it. This is such a fucking Fatal Frame ending, it's fucking astonishing. This is such a Fatal Frame thing going on right now. It is amazing how Fatal Frame this fucking game is. It's like a happy ending in Fatal Frame, but still, that's what it feels like. Like, this is a fucking Fatal Frame shot. Let's look at a real letter.
In my restless dreams,
let's look at a real letter.
I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
This is a real letter, guys. This isn't about fucking bean paste.
Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do.
They might have Zatara, but Jesus Christ, just make your own IP at that point.
Wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for.
You can hear her choke. You can hear her choking the fuck up.
But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today.
Oh, absolutely.
Told me I could go home for a short stay.
It tried to do too much.
It's not that I'm getting better.
And ended up becoming nothingness.
It's just that this may be my last chance.
I know, alright. No more. No.
I think you know what I mean.
Alright, I'll stop. But no, this is a real fucking letter. Like, this is the real shit. Right? And what the fuck was that last letter in the true ending that you had to play the game 3 times? You get this letter. Fucking Oscar-worthy shit in your first playthrough. Because the letter's always the same, depending on the ending.
I had
more biscuits, and I ate one.
And you only don't get to hear it in that one ending that you can't get on a first playthrough. You always get that ending. 3 playthroughs of this. 3 playthroughs of this. It must have been quite a sight to see. A man dressed in a suit buying cheap rice crackers and eating them with children outside the candy store. This is the fucking letter you get. This is the big payoff you get after playing this piece of shit 3 times. At least 3 times. It's a fucking 3 out of 10. I give it a 3 out of 10. Silent Hill, you get a 3 out of 10. 3 out of it's such shit. And that's generous. That's generous. That is a generous one because it was technically functional and it had 1 or 2 redeeming moments that were kind of cool until they weren't anymore. I'd normally give this a 2. Oh, and then of course, thank you. Thank you. And then we have the UFO ending. They can't fuck up the UFO ending, surely. They can't fuck up the UFO ending. There's no way they're gonna fuck up the UFO ending. How can they fuck up a UFO ending? How do they fuck up a UFO ending, guys? Even Bloober Hill 2 didn't fuck up the UFO ending.
奴らの仕業かもしれない。
奴ら？
そう。宇宙人だよ。
Oh shit. Right. Did it just wait a minute. What the hell? Oh, right. Thank you. I got so blasted. Okay. Maybe I didn't want to see it. We were being protected. Thank you. Child, I hated the War of the Dead event flags. What is this fucking art, guys? What is this art? Nothing about this is 60s. None of them. This is 60s. This is 60s, right? Actually, this is 70s, but you know what I mean. What the fuck is that?
宇宙人だよ。奴らは地球をずっと狙っている。そして隙あらば人間をさらい入れ替わっている。
Oh, Blackjack is god tier. Blackjack, there is a fucking issue of Blackjack that made me start fucking like tearing up. It was so touching. There was this touching moment in Blackjack. I think it was this guy who accidentally killed like a sushi chef. And to make up for it, he was like giving up his entire life so he could become just as good a sushi chef as him. And he like fucking, he was so passionate about it that tears started welling up in my eyes, and I was as I was reading it, I was fucking amazed. I was amazed. It was so heartfelt. This is so shit. What's with that fucking telephone pole?
じゃあ、そいつに殺されたあの作子は宇宙人？
私、そいつに追いかけ回されたんだけど。
What is this stupid fucking porn music?
匂いがついてたみたい。ひなこが宇宙人かもしれないし、ひなこの身近な友人が宇宙人かもしれない。あいつらは記憶までコピーする。でも完璧じゃないな。ひなこ、何か自分しか知らない秘密を話して。
Yeah, it's very, yeah, I can definitely see Persona written all over this. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I can't read the subs because it's white on off-white. I don't think they're saying anything worth reading. This is the UFO ending. They made the UFO ending shit, too. Pantsu! Pantsu! Pantsu de!
ってプライバシーなかったからね。リンコは
Pantsu ga arimasu! Remember, these girls are 15. I think they're like fucking high school kids. They just got out of middle school. And they're fucking making pantsu jokes. Yeah, they're like 20 seconds long. This is long as fuck. Oh, cool, Steak. I'll be back. I'm gonna play this and then I'm gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna get back to a real video game. It just... Pantsu! You missed the Pantsu. Pantsu was funny. Where are the aliens? Yeah, you did have the Silent Hill song, but that you were singing along to it because it was fucking day. That was so good. I may use that as a fucking training thing. I may just start listening to the Silent Hill song. It's like a good drinking song. Where were the UFOs? Was there a UFO that happened? I missed it. I zoned out.
So you'll have sex with anything.
I guess so. Oh, there it is. There's the UFO, guys. That was the UFO, guys. There's your UFO ending. Finn. Alright, guys, I'm gonna eat some steak and I'll be right back with War of the Dead. In the meantime, listen to this stupid music. Stupid music. Let's get good music. I'm gonna play this.
I'm home, Dad. Listen, something.
I'll play it on loop.
Going on.
What happened?
And I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta eat something.
That's about it.
Be right back, and we're gonna be playing.
Poor little Cheryl. I can't believe that. I'm going to Silent Hill, and I'm gonna bust some heads.
Oh, Dad, you're the coolest!
さあ、良い子のみんな、集まれー良い子のみんな、そろそろ UFO エンディングとか飽きちゃってんじゃないのかい？飽きたよーし、みんな素直だ。素直が一番成長するぞ。それじゃあ、そんな成長期のみんなでサイレントヒルの歌を歌おうかな。よーし、いくよ。ワン、ツー、ゴー、ナナ。シェイク。Yo, man. Yo.
It's a fucking druid! No!
Shake it. Yo.じゃあまずはクローディアの歌ね。みんなは歌わなくていいよ。クローディア、本当は優しいおばさんだ。
The simple wisdom of the
お菓子とか
tiger.
買ってくれるし、お年玉くれるし。だけどね、怒ると怖い。
That's a fucking furry!
優しい親思い横断歩道でおばあさんの手とか引いてるしだけどねわがままだよ
でも偉いじゃんおばあちゃん引いたんだ
朝とかやたら早いし磯の香りするしそれはね魚屋さんだからカンパチですよ
カツオください
最後にヘザーねヘザー本当はバツ1、2児の母育児とか大変だしパートも行けないといけないしだってさヤンママだからなめんなよって感じ
How long's it been going? Oh! Is it still the first playthrough of the thing? Did I eat that fast? It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. God, Silent Hill 3 was good. And that was a rush job. It was like a rushed game. Silent Hill 3 did so much right. And it was a rushed game. They even put fucking Comic Sans on some of the signs. Alright. Well, that's that part of the stream. I spent 2 hours. I knew it had to be 2 hours. But I gave a fucking in-depth ass review of Silent Hill F. Now we get to play a game. Silent Hill F. 3 out of 10. It's a shit game. I did taste the food. I eat fast. I'm like